guys, I just wanted to talk about a conversation I had with someone yesterday, and it had to do with how hard the enemy tries to attack the mind. You have to always keep your mind on things above. That's what the Bible tells us, that we must keep our minds on things above and not on earthly things. Because whenever our mind is stayed on God, we know for sure that we have perfect peace. He will keep our minds in perfect peace if our minds are stayed on Him. And so the mind is so delicate. Once the enemy could grab a hold of a person's mind, he can do anything. He tries to attack a person's mind, especially the life of a believer, so that you do not fulfill the plans of God on the earth. You know, when the Lord is about to shift things in a believer's life, the enemy, the first thing he does is try to attack their mind. And if you don't stand your ground and know your authority in God, it's quite easy to be swayed by the plots that the enemy throws at you. That's why he encourages us to always meditate on His word day and night, so that we will be like trees planted by the rivers of waters that bring fruit in its season. Listen to me, when you feel the spirit of heaviness on you, you don't feel like doing nothing. You just don't want to do anything, and that's what the enemy wants the people of God to do. He wants the people of God to look at the things that are going wrong in their life, and he wants the people of God to stop moving, because once they stop moving, the plans of God will not continue. That diamond that God has put inside of you would not be fulfilled. As a believer, you always have to have your spiritual antennas up. You have to be spiritually alert. You have to know what the enemy is trying to do. The enemy will put negative thoughts in your mind, making you think that they are your thoughts, but they are the thoughts of the devil. You find yourself thinking a certain way. You know these aren't your thoughts. The enemy is always trying to discourage you by making you feel as if you're not good enough or you can't do something. He tries to put lies in your mind, making you believe, trying to make you believe those lies. Don't succumb to those feelings. You have to fight, because all the enemy does, he kills, steal, and destroy, and he lies. Okay, the enemy always tries to feed people with lies. Some people, when they may hear the enemy telling them to kill themselves, and they end up doing it, listening to that voice. You know, if there's someone today, you're struggling inside, you feel like you don't want to live any longer, you feel like life is over for you, you can't move on, you can't go on. Do not listen to the lies of the enemy. There's something great inside of you that the enemy knows and sees, and he's using all kinds of things against you to destroy your life, so that the fulfillment of the plans of God will not come to pass in your life. I don't care how things may look to you right now in your life. I don't care what the enemy is saying, throwing at you. Know that God has your life in His hands. Continue to move forward. Don't give up. You have to meditate on the word day and night. Do not let the enemy destroy your mind by telling you things that you know is not the Spirit of God. We have to always meditate on the word, so that when the enemy attacks, we have the word in us. Okay? Because His word is powerful. And so when we use the word of God against the enemy, it destroys the enemy's plans. And then he'll go and find someone else. Once we know our authority in God, we know that we can overcome anything. The enemy is going to be like, man, we can't fool with her. We can't fool with him. Because she knows who she is in God. He knows who he is in God. So fight the good fight. Use the word of God against the enemy today, okay? So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in.